This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hashtag no music, no intro. Fresh after the game, we got the recap pod. My goodness, Ryan. Woof. Woo. Correct me if I'm wrong. This game was 0-3 Saints at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Bucs won this game 20-10, bruh. 20-10.
Unbelievable.
We can talk about a lot of things, but this game to me, it's three things I want to talk about the most. Well, two. One, coaching. I want to talk about coaching because we talked about it against that Falcons game, and it didn't come back to bite them, bruh. But the coaching in this game against the Bucs, it's a big reason why they lost.
Yep.
You have Jay Glazer coming out, breaking news. I don't know how Jay still got all these connections to the Saints because Sean not there anymore, but maybe they coming from Sean still, bro. I don't know. But you have Jay Glazer coming out on Fox saying that Jameis Winston got 3 to 4 potential like little cracks in his back. Bro. And he was still out there playing. Like that to me is in a sense a bit of malpractice. And I'm gonna give you an example. Remember that game in the playoffs the Saints played against the Panthers, bro, and Cam Newton got rocked that home game. And Cam, we knew Cam was concussed. We knew it, bro. We knew Cam was concussed. And yet the Panthers still put Cam out there to play that game and finish that game. Don't get me wrong, he might have been woozy. Cam balled his ass off in that game, bro.
Oh, yeah.
But I think as a fan is why is he in this instance, why is Jameis put in this position? Now he didn't play great in Jameis played like Jameis played terrible, but I don't want to absolve him of how badly he played, but how much of it really falls on him?
Right.
Or how much really falls on coaching. That interception, the first interception, not the pick six, but that first interception, when he threw that ball, like he can't put anything on it. He can't step up. He turns his back to that throw. If we as just plain Jane fans can see that, how does DA not see it, man? Like that's the frustrating part.
And then there were two instances where he had clear lanes to rush the ball to get first downs, and he just couldn't do it. Like he just rather not run it. So that's him protecting himself. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So as a coach, you got to be able to see that. Like for him to start the game, I guess I understand. You know, you go through with the doctors and you talk to the player, and you feel like okay, he's good to go. But after that, you got to watch him, bro. You got to watch and say, okay, does this give me the best opportunity to win? And I mean, to me, through one quarter, through almost 2 quarters, you could tell that it was going to be a rough sledding, bro. Like it just wasn't there. You know, he goes 25 for 40. You know, he was good on some of the intermediate throws. Couldn't connect with Chris Olave. They kept trying to force it.
What was the force feeding to Chris Olave, bro? Like
very low percentage throws. It was just like the whole. They just shit the bed. They started off the game so good too, because it was mixing it up, running and pass. You know, they were moving the ball, mixing it up with Taysom Hill. It was looking good. You know, of course they set up for 3 points, and then it just went downhill from there, bro. Like that was it on offense anyway.
It went completely downhill, and I know like I don't want to hear any besides like maybe the pass rush not getting there, and that's an issue in and of itself. And I don't want to make it seem like the pass rush is not an issue because it obviously is. But the defense held Tampa Bay to 0 points at halftime, bro. None.
Bruh.
So I don't.
Tampa Bay was down 3 at the half, and Tom Brady was pitching a fit, throwing the iPad, cursing out his players. Like, you down 3 points, and he was going crazy. Like, that's how frustrated the defense. No, and he was locked in for this game, knowing this game was on the schedule. So for them to have him that frustrated that early, bro, I was like, wow.
And it just, and someone came in my mentions or the Saints Twitter podcast mentions are basically saying like how do the Saints add all these weapons and the offense seems to be like either the same or worse than last season.
I mean, I can give you some answers.
Go ahead.
The offensive line is still not very good.
Which is crazy because I still think they played better this week than they did last week.
Exactly. And look, it's not like just the offensive line; it's the pass protection. Like if you just try to baseline it, pass protection encompasses not just the offensive line; it encompasses the running backs, it encompasses the scheme, the timing of the drop of the quarterback, how long the quarterback holds on the ball, like all that plays into it. And it's just not. It's not like a symphony right now. You know what I'm saying? Like not every blitzes, they still get through open on some blitzes. Jameis, like he allowed 6 sacks today. Had 4 sacks? That's 10 sacks in 2 games. And your quarterback got like a broke back. He broke back mountain out you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not good, bro. Like that's not good. 10 sacks in 2 games. So there's something about the protection they need to figure out. Because it's going to be, if they can't protect, like it's just going to be a long season. I really don't care who playing quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And how much Jameis contributes to that. It's just hard to know. Because I've seen, I saw some cut-ups from last week where, sacks, some of the sacks he took was probably good sacks because the open receivers just wasn't there. Or sometimes you got to, throw a player open and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that's just going into the pass protection that's just not good and it's keeping the rhythm of the offense out of sync. Then there's also just the play calling. I don't know if it's the play calling or if it's the progression, but it's like it's all feast or famine, man. It's like hitting all these downfield throws. It's like, okay, I'm not saying you got to dink and don't, but look how they was cooking when Mike Thomas. You started getting Mike Thomas involved. He was cooking on them, 10 to 15-yard intermediates. Where was Juice? You know what I'm saying? Getting him involved in the intermediate. It's just like, man, like it's just like what is going on?
And the play, I mean, let's talk about the play of the game. Is the Mark Ingram fumble, bro. Like that play changed the entire tenure of the game, bro. Everything changed.
Everything changed. Like when I saw that, I was like, well, this finna be a loss.
Right.
It's like, because they had already shown they just couldn't move the ball. And then they finally started moving the ball with just running the ball. Just had the
Tony
Bucs
Jones,
defense,
Dwayne Washington just
had the defense gas. Had them gas. And then you fumble the ball right there. Oh, man. And then you let them turn that into points. So
that, and as anyone who's listened to this podcast before, they know, or they should know, we are not typically the ones to make excuses for officiating.
Oh,
but this was one of the worst officiating games I've seen in a long time, bro.
It was awful, bro.
The Chris Olave fumble, the why Marshawn got thrown out when he fucking just the hold on Shad Tuttle, the defensive hold that extended the drive, and all around bad. And I think you said it best, man. They shit the bed, like just big doo doo, just big dump right in the fucking doo-doo. Bed.
Like the mental toughness they showed in the win last week, like completely flipped this one. Like I felt like they weren't mentally tough, just doing stupid things. Deontay Hardy, like it didn't matter in this game scheme of winning, but him going out of bounds before to get to the first down, like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Like at the end of the game, it's like, what is this?
Like to me, honestly, that's the perfect recap of the game. Is that
right?
Just mental lapses. Just
hey, yo, Adam,
what's up,
man? There's just one guy I've been wanting the Saints to pick up. It's this dude out left yet. Named
what?
Luke. Yeah, man, this dude named Luke Butler runs with Hargrove Roofing. The dude is like 6'4", 285 pounds.
What?
Yeah, man, like he could beat out Ruiz, bro.
He could be the next AD. Sign him up, play for the Pelicans.
Man, listen. So, look. Plus, here's the thing about him: he'll take care of any of your roofing needs that we have down in South Louisiana.
It's crazy that you bringing him up because I've watched film on him, and I could tell y'all he knows what's going on in the home insurance game. With storm season approaching, give Luke with Hargrove Roofing a call at 985-590-7601. Again, 985-590-7601. He gonna take care of y'all.
You're a beast.
Just and there are some players that played real well. Pete Warner, man, he's been the best player, the best Saints player the first 2 weeks is Pete Warner. How wild is that?
I mean, he was all over the field, bro. Like he just make me crow every week.
Every week,
all
bro.
over the field, always in the backfield. He was making plays on everybody,
man. But this is also an example of, and we talked about it in the preview pod, of how the hubris of the Saints and thinking, there's, trading players and like it doesn't matter. Like, bro, the Bucs were down Julio. They were down a left tackle, like two left tackles.
Yeah.
They were hurt all over their team. Like, and for the Saints to lose this game is pretty fucking disappointing. It really is.
It really is, man. Like, this was the time to win. And then in the second half, you have no Evans. Yeah, we had no Lattimore. But, look, Alontae Taylor stepped in and, like, just from the snaps I saw, he played fine, So I know I see some people online talking about the defense. Like, I just – like this,
I can't put this game on the defense at all. I can't, man. Even, I mean, the annoying part about the touchdown that Tom Brady threw to Brashad Perriman, it goes back to the pass rush. Like,
right.
Say what you will about PJ. PJ, he's supposed to cover for what? What's that? 4 seconds? 5 seconds?
Exactly.
Like, that's a recipe for disaster.
Right. No, come on, man. You got Tom Brady sitting back there scanning the field. Come on, man. You got to hit this dude. They had a 3-man rush on that snap, trying to play coverage, and you still give up the touchdown, that's one of the most annoying things to me,
bruh,
ever.
I hate it.
Like, if you know your secondary banged up, it's like you got to figure out how you're going to win that snap. If you're going to win, send the blitz. If he beat the blitz, okay. You know what I'm saying? But you can't let him sit back there with a 3-man rush. We know this. We know this about Tom Brady. The dude played 80 years. We know this. You know what I'm saying? So, that was a killer. Once he scored that touchdown, it was just like, well,
yeah, because
it felt like them being up by 7 felt like 40 points.
It did, man, just because of how the offense played, and it was just one of those things where it was like AK didn't play, and I don't know how much he would have factored into the game if he did, but he didn't play, and I just feel like I don't know if it's Jameis and Pete Carmichael isn't meshing, but something got to get fixed. Like,
something got to get fixed.
You can't have Mike Thomas, Chris Olave, Juice, and maybe not a great offensive line, but like at times an okay offensive line, and be scoring 10 points, bro. You can't do it. You can't do it. And if that's if you gotta sit Jameis because he's hurt, you gotta have the balls to sit him, man. Like that to me, I think is the most frustrating part of it, is because after he threw that interception, the one that wasn't the pick six, the first interception. Yeah. I don't know why Andy Dalton wasn't out there, bro. I really don't.
Right. And I don't know what goes into that. Like, I don't know if it's protecting the player's ego. But look, bro, like, you have a bad back, man. Like, I don't know. It's just like, it's not a hard decision to me. Like, Jameis, bro, you're not looking right out there. You got to have a seat. I know it's going to hurt you. You know, I know you really wanted to play against Tampa Bay and actually finish the game and all that, but you got to have a seat, you know. This was a rough one to lose, bro, because like, man, like these games matter right here. These divisional matchups, you're gonna see them again in a couple weeks, but man, you know, you don't know what type of Tampa Bay you're gonna be facing them right now. You was facing them kind of weak, hobbled. They still trying to figure some things out. Time going through some things personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was the time to get them, bro. And just not to be up, have them 3-0, and to not be able to cash in on that, boy, that it could be something that, you know, catches up with them down the line. And we'll see how this Saints team comes together, because right now it's just kind of like a week-to-week proposition. Yeah. I really don't know what you're going to get, man. And so far, we've seen 2 weeks of the offense being inconsistent. Put it like that.
There's been 8 quarters of football played in 2 weeks, and one of the quarters have been good offensively for the Saints. That's it. Or that's it. Well, maybe like half of the first when Taysom was running, bro.
Right.
But like it's not a lot.
It's not a lot, considering all the investment you made into the offense this year. You know. And it's like, I don't know who to blame for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
You want to talk about Peyton Turner not being active? We'll talk about it.
What can we say? You know, should have been active last week, to be honest. Like, we called it, man. Like, the dude has not shown any evidence that he's a good NFL player yet. Not saying he's not going to be. Not saying he can't turn it around. But he hasn't shown any evidence. So if you're a coach and you remove the draft position and all that shit, you're just looking at your players, and you look at him and you watch the tape, it's like, okay, you know, give me a reason why he should start over so-and-so, or why he should play over, you know, Chris Ringo or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That answers itself. Like, the tape answers itself. Like, this isn't just me. Like, this isn't me, Ryan, saying this. Like, the coaches are telling you. When you're a healthy scratch on a game like this, they are telling you
what they think of you.
And I hope it lights a fire in him, bro. I don't want him to be a bust. I hope he is pissed. I hope he texting with his mama. Like, why I'm sitting on the game day, mama. Like, I hope it lights a fire into him and he come out just blazing saddles. But I gotta see evidence of that, bro, because I just ain't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it, bro. I haven't seen it. And we talked about this in the preview pod. At least I want to say something encouraging that came out of this game is we saw kind of the return of the stout Saints run defense. And a lot of that came with playing a more traditional offense.
Right.
You know, they weren't playing the Falcons, who, you know, Arthur Smith had put his fucking foot into that game plan for months, bro, to beat the Saints. And it almost worked. It almost fucking worked. And it didn't. But now playing a team with a more traditional offense, and, like, you know, they played their run fits, and it's just a sad and just disappointing loss for like the Saints, man. Like, I just keep thinking, how well the defense played for like 2.5, almost 3 complete quarters, bro.
Yeah, man.
And for them not to hold on to win this one,
and then you allow a pick six. Like that just annoys me, bro. From that depth of field to allow people, like, come on, man, somebody can't tackle that boy.
Yeah,
like, man, like that's a backbreaker. Like that's a backbreaker for a team that can't score. You can't score points.
Oh,
like back in the day with Drew Brees, you allow a pick six, like fuck, you know what I'm saying? But Drew was like, okay, let's get the points back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right now, that offense is gone. Like that offense has been gone for a couple of years now. You know what I'm saying? Even when Drew Brees was here, in his back in his career. So it's like, but now it's like, man, like what's the reason? We away from what's the vision now? Now it's like, what's the reason?
Ooh, speak on it.
Like you had the vision. Now why is the vision not working? I don't know.
I don't know either. And the thing about NFL seasons, man, is like you don't get a lot of time to figure it out.
Really don't, man. Especially this season, we don't have a bye week until December. You got the Panthers next week. Look, we can say they should win, but look, we know how this goes. And after that, it's on to London Vikings. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit moving, bro.
And it's not going to stop. It is not. It's not going to fucking stop at all.
There's no bye week. You play London game. It's like back home. Then you got to play the Seahawks, and the Bengals. Luckily, they played traditional offenses up until they played the Cardinals. We'll see how the Cardinals looking by then. Right now, they look poop. But then you got the Raiders and the Ravens. Man, it's got the Rams, Steelers, 49ers. Bro, even my little Tim Win prediction looking a little shaky,
bro. I know how Howie Roseman in Philadelphia got the Birdman rubbing his hands like,
you know it, bro.
This is how I win. I took your first round pick. I done took your fucking safety. Like I'm about to.
Peace.
Anything else from this game that you just really want to hit on? I know this is a short one. We're doing this is like rapid. This is rapid recap. Like not having the time to really think about it, or just sitting in just anything from this game that just really stood out to you.
Nah, man, nothing really stood out other than they really, I'm not, like I'm saying, we're not harping on the defense for those laws, but going forward, they really need to figure out the pass rush if they want to have any success. Honestly, look, I'm not blaming Lattimore for getting kicked out of this game. He shouldn't have been, but this was like the second week in a row, that he kind of got caught in some shit. Like he almost cost the Saints last week, and this week. You could arguably it definitely hurt the Saints defense that he wasn't out there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they wouldn't have allowed the PJ Williams touchdown if he was out there. Who knows? I don't know. But he just got to figure out a way to stay out these little things. You know what I'm saying? Just try to stay out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying his fault. Like it's not his fault. Fucking
no.
Bitch ass Michael Evans come running off the sideline and pushing all that. You know what I'm saying? But you just got to try to be smart and just stay out there shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just take yourself out, walk away, whatever. Because the refs going to get you. Like, they going to get you. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not your fault, they going to get you just for responding. So he got to figure out a way to stay out of this because you don't want to get to the point where it's costing us games,
He has to be smarter. And man, I talked about the hubris a little bit, but I feel like I didn't go really into it. You trade CeeDee. Paulson and Debo's hurt, and then Marshawn Lattimore gets kicked out the game. Probably something that he shouldn't have got kicked out for, but then he gets kicked out, and then like it's just
Secondary looking like 79. About to say, where Kid Crawley at?
Bruh.
That's how quick all that talk about, the secondary is so deep, we just got so many players, and you make your secondary less deep. Why? Like, just tell me why. Give me the reason. Because he wasn't talking to coaches. He wasn't talking to coaches. Coaches felt disrespected. Mike Thomas talked back to coaches. You know, that was
AK done
a whole big thing. AK done it. Mike Thomas talked. Mark Ingram cussed out Sean. Like, it's like, come on now.
And I'm not saying this is the game that was like the one that for sure like sealed it, but something that you and I have been talking about all offseason is just a need for a running back too. And I know it's kind of it's easy to say in hindsight because of the Mark Ingram fumble, because I mean you take the fumble away and you can't really take it away because it fucking changed the whole outcome of the game. But like he was running hard, man. Like he had
10 carries for 60 yards.
He had a decent game, but like that fumble was
6 yards average, bro. I mean, he was averaging 6.6 yards per carry
against a team that notoriously is like a great run stopping team,
right? But you fumble, like running backs can't fumble. Like it happens sometimes, but this is the second week in a row.
Yeah, man.
You know, killer fumbles. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that fumble last week was a killer. Luckily they pulled it out. But this week was like a killer. And you run the ball to protect the ball.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You're running the ball to protect your quarterback, to protect the ball. So it's like you can't do that, man. Like you can't. You just can't. Like that's why Belichick will bitch your ass forever.
Quick, bro.
Just quick.
Nigga,
it's like
shit, nigga. You be out. You are being genocious, bro. Just with Brian Singer, bro. Just chilling.
Yeah, you on Tatooine? Okay.
It's a disappointing loss.
It is, man. That one sucked.
It did. And I don't want to be this guy because I hate being this guy. And this is coming from two people that aren't even emotionally invested in the game anymore. But can we just get officiating to be consistent, man? Just consistent.
I hate it.
Like it just, as a fan of the Saints or just not the Saints, just watching the game and watching the product and it just being so bad and so inconsistent is, I don't know, man. It just makes it hard to watch. It makes it hard to watch.
Makes it hard to enjoy. Bro.
Yeah.
I forgot to talk about the 12 men on the field. For that. You had Tampa Bay beat 4th and 1. They were about to punt. And you got 12 men on the field.
Bad coaching, bro.
That's coaching. Like that's
bad coaching.
We talk about shit in the bed. That's shit in the bed. That's self-inflicted wounds that cost you the game.
I know we talk about, sometimes, we are very much annoyed with Sean Payton, fuck Sean Payton, a lot of things, bro, in terms of just how things happen, throughout his tenure with the Saints, how he kind of left, how he kind of stepped down for the team, all that. But I'm going to say this, bro. I don't think it's a hot take. If Sean Payton was coaching today, I don't think they lose that game.
Oh, no. I don't believe so.
I don't think they lose that game.
So,
I don't. Just like the little things that kept, like the little things, 12 men on the field. I just think it wouldn't have happened under Sean. We could say whatever we want to say about him, but I just feel like the game plan, I think it would have been better. I really do.
Oh, yeah. I agree, bro. But, DA going to have to figure this shit out.
Talk about it.
Figure it out, man. Like,
talk about it, man.
It's about the details. And he knows this. He's been around Sean. Like, Sean was obsessive over details, and he hated self-inflicted wounds. Like, he hated that shit. Like, 12 men on the field, man, that's, like, not acceptable.
Not
like that's on the coach. That's on DA. That's on his assistant coaches. You just can't let that happen, especially at a point in the game like that. You can't.
it was a huge.
Like that's how fucking the Minnesota Vikings didn't make it to the Super Bowl against the Saints. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that.
And it was a huge, pivotal fucking point in the game, bro. Pivotal.
I just shook my head, bro.
I'm trying to think. I think this game was another example of just we getting the funeral concessions ready for the 2020 draft class, bro.
Oh man, just bury it, bro. Yeah. Although I didn't spotlight Pete much. I mean Ruiz much this game.
I think he played okay. Thankfully,
I think he played okay.
But like
against, I was worried because he's
man, me too.
Bea and
Keem Hicks.
I didn't hear much from them. Really, it was Ramchick. He was getting worked a little bit. Had the blitzes coming through. But like I said, it's the whole protection scheme. They got to figure out how that whole operation works, from quarterback to the O-line, running backs, everything. They got to figure out how to make that work. They need to speed the tempo up, shorten the drops, whatever. Like, they got to fix that, because Drew Brees was not getting sacked 10 times in 2 weeks. It wasn't happening.
It wouldn't happen, bro. It wouldn't happen.
Players would be benched. It would be mayhem. Like, it was not happening. So they got to figure that shit out.
I'm going to put you on the spot right now. Does Jameis start next week?
What's up, Ryan?
Yo.
I'm just going to say this. I don't want you to get offended. I'm a big dude. You a big dude.
Damn.
And I know sometimes weight loss has been an issue that we both dealt with our entire lives. But I want to tell you about something that I came across about this great new company called Vertimax.
Okay.
Did you know that Vertimax is the leading sports performance and fitness equipment company that's used by half of D1 programs and half of the NFL and NBA teams? We have an NFL podcast. It's used by professional leagues as well as other teams all around the world. There's the Vertimax platform and there's a Vertimax Raptor used to help athletes improve their performance on the field for almost 3 decades. That's almost as old as you. I know we pick on him, but did you know that we pick on him in terms of his workouts, but Jameis Winston actually has trained on a Vertimax Raptor, and the King of New Orleans himself, Drew Brees, has trained on a Vertimax platform, along with other top NFL and college football pro athletes. I was just scrolling on TikTok. I saw Amari Cooper using a Vertimax machine.
Wow.
We know we have a lot of listeners that have kids. They're in sports. They're in soccer, baseball, football, track and field, you name it. If you're a parent and you want to help your child improve in terms of their sports performance, or maybe you just feel like you just want to get your body right for the summer and get fit, you need to check out Vertimax. So all you have to do is go to Vertimax.com or follow them on social media at Vertimax. That's VERTI Max. Again, that's at VERTI Max. Vertimax.com. Look into getting yourself a Vertimax platform, a Vertimax Raptor, and tell me you won't see the improvement.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Baker's, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Baker's worth it every time. Baker's, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
I'm gonna say yes.
You gonna say yes?
They're gonna start him. I think so, bro. I think they're gonna start him. But to me, I would sit him. I would sit him and wait till he can get him healthy.
If they start him, it tells me everything I need to know. Like
I'm telling you.
And to me, it's like if you have the foresight and you can see that Peyton Turner being active isn't best for the team. I don't know how you see that like for Jameis if he's just not ready to go. I don't understand.
It's not like you got Ian Book. It's not like you got Ian Book sitting on
right.
Bench. You got Andy Dalton who started games, playoff games, won games. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's like going to be the franchise quarterback or nothing. But with the defense playing how it is, which is good, the defense showed that it can play well, and the weapons you got, man, like you'll be fine with Dalton. You'll be fine.
Fine, bro.
And you might thrive. You might fuck around and thrive a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
You know?
Get that hashtag red rifle agenda coming. We talked about. We talked a little bit about the pass rush, and we haven't been too hard on the defense for obvious reasons. But can Marcus? Where is Two First? Where is Cam Jordan? Like what?
Oh my God. Where you at?
What is going on? I don't.
The best I could think is he's trying to play himself into shape, bro. That's the best I could think. But I haven't I saw him do a few pressures today, but it's like. We need more than that. We need more than just a pressure here and a pressure there. Cam Jordan too.
Yes.
Those two go together. Like those two to go together. I think when Marcus Davenport is playing well, Cam Jordan will be playing well.
Yep.
Can we get something from Onion Mata? Hello. He about what, year 3 into his contract extension?
What I said on the preview pod, bro. I said it. I asked if he's still
PEDs,
good.
Baby.
Is he still good? I don't know.
PEDs. But we know the defensive tackle was a problem, But look, they netted up in this game, man. I think
they did, man. They did.
The D-line played well as far as like stopping the run.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, man, this team got a lot to figure out, bro. It's a far stretch from a couple weeks ago after that drive against the Chargers.
Man.
People was like, man, I'm thinking 13 wins, 13, 14 wins.
Bro, you know that drive against the Chargers, the preseason until now, made me think about. Remember our favorite Cap video meme, bro, where he just looking out the window, looking up, bro. That just felt so nice. Just gone, bro. Just gone. I think we've hit on it all for us to just be a super fast recap. But I think you hit on it, especially is the offense just has to have some fucking consistency because it's been a mess. I don't know. I could understand why like the game plan was maybe thinking Chris Olave could attack the Tampa Bay defense, and I talked about it on the preview pod, bro. Like that's the matchup to exploit. But at some point, I think as an offensive coordinator, as a team, offensively, you realize like, hey, like this is our game plan, but it's not really working. So how else can we counteract this? Like, how else can we change our game plan and still attack this defense? Because I felt like that was the game plan, and once it stopped working or once it wasn't working, they were just like, oh shit, we want you to keep trying it till it works.
Exactly. And then they did finally hit on it, and Olave fumbles, whatever you want to call it. Was it a fumble? Whatever. I don't know.
Whatever, man. But like they don't really, they can't really fucking be super down on themselves about this fucking loss, man, because they got to fucking get ready, turn around, and pay the Panthers like another divisional game.
Another divisional game. And look, not all is lost. It's not the end of the season. This is, like I said in the last pod, I think teams are trying to kind of taking these first couple of games as almost like a preseason. It's just that these games count. So they gotta figure out ways to fix all these little problems that they run into. And man, can the Saints get a little injury luck, bro? Because man, that injury report been thick every week. So I am glad they kept AK out. No reason to force that issue with him in this game.
But it's just it's the contradiction to me, though, bro.
I know, right? But
like,
let's throw Jameis out there to get sacked 6 times with his broke back.
AK got some rib collars issues. Let's keep him out, which I think probably was the right thing to do. But let's play James. Like, that's, I don't know, man. It's like
bad back, which could in his career, like Tony Romo stopped playing because of his back.
I don't know. We'll see. But I do want to give a huge shout out to all of our listeners, all of our supporters, people who joined us on the Patreon this week. We had a huge influx within the last week, and we had some technical difficulties during the live stream and Patreon, but because we have a community, we were all taken care of, and that's
all good.
That's what we're building. That's what we're about. So people who have joined us this week, or even people who have been supporting us from the beginning, thank you. We had 30 plus people in the Zoom at one point, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy, bro.
That is cool. Insane. It's just cool. It's like you're in the ball with your people,
It's amazing. So thank y'all. We do this for y'all. We truly appreciate y'all. If you haven't joined, and if you want to be a part of, just join. It can be, as Ryan has said, literally $1 a month. If you can afford that and you're part of the community, just jump right in. We got you covered. Every week you get a preview pod. You get the recap pod. On Sundays, you have access in the Discord. We have the live stream. We just doing so much, man. And like I said, each and every time, just completely proud and inspired about the community that we're building. And we thank y'all. We obviously would not be here without y'all and y'all support. So truly, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all from the bottom of our hearts, for real.
No question.
So that's it for the recap pod. We will be back this upcoming week for the Panthers preview. I just realized that I'm going to be on a flight flying to Europe during the Panthers game. However, like I said, because we're a community, we'll have it covered. So I won't be able to watch the game. I'm going to be flying, but we'll make sure that everyone in our community is still covered, still taken care of, without question. Anything else?
Nah, man. We'll see you next week.
Like Samuel said in Jurassic Park, bro, hold on to your butts, because this is what
your butts.
Just get the feeling like this is what this season going to be like, bro. Just up and down, up and down. But we'll see, man. We're going to be here for the roller coaster. So with that, we appreciate y'all. Thank you. Also want to give a shout out really quick to all our listeners again. Our Falcons recap pod episode last week cracked over 5,000 listens, downloads, whatever you want to call it. Ooh. Easily our biggest podcast episode we've done since we've started recording 2+ years, which is wild. So thank y'all for real. That shit is wild. So don't know if I'm going to get as many listens on this one because it's a loss, and we know how the numbers always trend after a loss, but we'll be back. Thank y'all. With that, we're out.
Peace.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You prepared your kids for their first steps. The first day at school, their first dance, that big test, all the wins along the way. With a College Savings Iowa 529 plan, you'll prepare them for even more. Register before May 31st for a chance to win a $1,000 contribution. Visit collegesavingsiowa.com to make the first move toward a bright future. College Savings Iowa. It's how parents get through college. Administered by the State Treasurer of Iowa.